everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Power Project podcast. We are back today with the OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, as your two hosts, we're always here to bring you the best to our ability of our football knowledge coming through the week. And we always say we're gonna do different types of football, but we always focus on the Premier League. It is our favorite. And it is also inconsistent. So that's
away from Casemiro, Michael Elise!
Nottingham Forest, their appeal got denied.
Was it? I think it was a 4 points, a 4-point deduction.
Yes.
For financial fair play regulations, stuff like that.
It was.
Yeah. So I think that basically. Let me go look at the law because I don't think they are in the relegation places.
They are not, but they are only 3 points ahead of Luton.
Yes, they're only 3 points ahead of Luton, and Luton's remaining matches are West Ham. I don't think they win that, and wait, let me check. And Fulham.
It's a toss-up with those two games.
Yeah. I feel like they could. Yeah, I feel like they could win both. They could lose both. So whereas Forest have Burnley on the last day, Burnley are like already going to get relegated. Like there's nothing they can do about that. They have Burnley and they have Chelsea. I think Nottingham Forest are safe. Right, but if not for Luton, this would have been a really big scare for them. So they must really be thankful that there was a worse team than them this season in the Luton and Burnley.
But yeah, we look at them being safe. It's inconsistent. How did Everton get 2 breaches this season and Nottingham Forest get 2 breaches this season? Yet we have the club that's sitting on top of the log right now with 115, and they don't want to take it.
15.
Yeah, they could easily just break it up, address the breaches, piece by piece as they go along. Why are they waiting so long? Why is it so inconsistent?
To be honest, I heard because of the complexity of what they did, right? That's why it's taking so long. I'm not sure that this is true, but basically what they did, that they started a separate company, right, that was owned by their owners. Then they basically got sponsored by that company which their owners owned. So I mean that they could pump in as much as money as possible, and you'll kind of break the financial fair play laws, right? But I'd have to say this sucks for. I mean, not that it sucks, but not that they're gonna get relegated. But I think if they were going to get relegated, then I think their fans would have put more of a what's the word? Put more of a.
They would want more attention on this.
Yeah. But they are not getting relegated. So I think it is, I think it's, this is not that bad.
For me, I think, the Premier League, considering how much of money they have to hire lawyers and the amount of people they've sued over the years for copyright, for simple small things. I think with their power in lawyers, I think they should have addressed this a long time ago. If this thing has been going on, if this case has been in the light for 3 years, I feel they should have started it already. At least address the things you can address and start implementing it. Otherwise, it shows more that in terms of the Premier League popularity, I mean, we're already having problems with VAR and PGMOL.
Yeah.
Showing the league to be more like a joke of a league, which it is right now. The league, the best, with the most consistent VARs is definitely not La Liga, but it's like the Bundesliga. In a sense, it's the Bundesliga and the Serie A.
Yeah, but I have to but like have to right, okay. But we are not to talk about VA.
Yeah, to
The
VA.
not talking about VA, the referees. But moving from the relegation fights, which I think is pretty much confirmed, which will be Sheffield, Burnley, and
Teams
Luton.
that came up are the teams that are going down.
Yes, I think So I think that the gulf between a championship side and a premiership side, it is just too big for clubs that don't spend money. Right? I mean like Burnley spends money, Luton spends money, but I think they didn't get the right players in. Yeah. But moving from the relegation fights to another fight in the fight for European places, where we saw a lot of interesting things happen this week. The one I do want to point out the most is probably the fact that Chelsea are 6th place. Chelsea are 6th place. After spending 7th. Yeah, they're 7th. No, after spending almost
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion, and then they were in 10th and 11th place. I think almost 14th or almost once, and they were just down the table, and everyone thought that this season was over. Now they look as if they can get
a European spot,
a European place.
Yeah, sure, it's not Europa League, but it's still conference. In my opinion, with the caliber of how Pochettino, what he brought to the table to Southampton, to Tottenham, to you can say to PSG, it's a poor season. I think Chelsea after Abramovich has been a poor run club, even though now they're in a European spot. You expect that of them.
They have literally spent 1.2 billion. They have literally brought in hundreds of young players.
They bought stars. They bought young players. I mean, Sterling is not. I can say how much I don't like Sterling, but he's a player. He's a really good player.
Yeah. So he was in the England squad until recently. So he is a Premier League proven player. The same with okay, maybe that's all. But anyways, yeah. So they have all these young, exciting players, Palmer, Duweke, Jackson, who else?
Disasi, Chukwuemeka.
And so
the hospital the whole season.
And so you have to say that in their last 5 games, they've won 3, they've drawn 1, and they've lost 1, which was a 5-0 to Arsenal. And seeing as Arsenal are just levels ahead of them.
Right now, you don't count Arsenal as a team that they can compete against, because now it's a title running team.
Yes. So looking at their season right now, do you think they've rescued it? Do you think they can finish in the European places, or do you think that it is just a matter of time before they fall off again? What do you think?
Who are their remaining games actually? They have games remaining.
Yes, I think they have Forrest, Brighton, and on the last day they play Bournemouth. So those are all very winnable games. Those are all very win. I mean, probably the Brighton game would be the hardest game there.
Actually, I think the Bournemouth game would be the hardest. I think final day, I feel that the way Bournemouth have been playing this season, up and down, it's been a weird mix. At home they haven't been performing, but away they've been performing. if Chelsea can't put a leash on Solanke, game is more or less dead. It'll probably one swing to Bournemouth. The Brighton game, I also do agree with them, but Brighton have been very iffy this season. But you still can't write them off because they're still Brighton. Still a very well managed club under De Zerbi. And I think you're right when you say the most winnable game will probably be against Forrest. But again, we don't know what their plans are. So
yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I have to say, Chelsea this season have been a mixed bag. So they had some of the best games of the season. Looking back, that 4-4 draw with City,
4-1,
that 4-1 against Tottenham,
4-0, yeah.
So what else? So they've had lots of entertaining players. Palmer, Jackson.
Was it 4-3 against United or 5-4?
I think it was 4-3 against United. Yeah, so literally 4-3 against United. Speaking of the European places, and I think the only team that can stop Chelsea from finishing 7th, I mean, you can't really say West Ham. I think they are 5 points behind with 2 games left. So you have to say not West Ham.
They play City, so.
Yeah, so it has to be Manchester United. And oh my God, man, Manchester United got spanked.
They can't seem to break from us.
God spared, man. We always talk about Manchester United. Yeah, so we're always on.
But every time we feel bad about it, they go and do something like this.
Yeah, bro. So, man, I think this was the first game that Bruno Fernandes was not a part of, and then I think in his entire career, right? This is a game where if you are a Man United player that's over the age of 24, 23, so you have to be embarrassed because you are supposed to be playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. You are supposed to be playing for one of the clubs in the world. So your Dallo, your Casemiro. No, Casemiro played centre back because because of their injuries, right? Man,
Fabinho played centre back for us a couple seasons back. He didn't have such an abysmal performance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I spoke to my cousin earlier, and he's saying he said personally to him, Casemiro should go to Saudi or MLS. He says Casemiro's washed. I don't know when last I saw him put a solid game this season. It's been so consistent. He's showing lack of effort. I mean, you've seen how much of weight he put on as well. It's probably the reason why he's moving so gingerly and so slow in the midfield. His awareness has dropped, and it feels like he's just cruising. I mean, even Roy Keane had a whole segment just slandering Casemiro about it. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? Do you think it's the time to go, or you should try and give him another chance with a different manager?
I think that the fact that Real Madrid let him go without trying to fight back kind of showed that he wasn't at his peak anymore. So I am not gonna say that that if you leave Real Madrid, then you can't perform at a good level anymore. So there've been countless players who have left Madrid who have who have gone on to kind of perform well, like Ronaldo, Diaz. I mean, who else? Oh God. So you have these players that have left probably the biggest club in the world that have still went on to go and perform better elsewhere. But I have to say it was very concerned the fact that they let Varane and Casemiro go without a fight, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
they didn't even replace Casemiro. They just moved to like a different system.
So
They're
you have
using
to
Valverde, and he's not like he's not a 6, he's not a Casemiro. So they didn't it feel like, they don't really need him. So I get what you're saying there.
So so you have to look at this Manchester United, right? This is probably, I would have said, this is probably one of the 5 biggest clubs in the world, right? You want to be on Real Madrid's level. You want to be on okay, not maybe Barca these days. So you want to be on Bayern Munich's level, right? So you cannot be signing players who like these teams do not want, right? Sure, you could have signed them as a stopgap, just for this period, right? Right.
Not for so long, considering they're injury prone
and also their age and stuff like that. Looking at
Yeah.
their salaries as well, right? And you
What does,
also
Fran earns like what? They both earn like what? 300k, 350.
like exactly. And you also have players like Mason Mount. What has Mason Mount done this season? Like, he can sit for on the bench. Mason Mount was Mason Mount. I think he has to be flop of the season. Transfer for flop of the season, right? I mean, I can say that he's been injured, and whatnot, right? But there's no excuse for for how like he played in this game. Right? There's no excuse. Right? And you want to know once again, Manchester United just conceded a lot of shots. Let me bring up.
You don't even need to.
Stats in
The
this
fact
game.
that Olise's record against United, he's like,
Bruh,
he sees the stats.
Bro, as soon as he sees United there on his calendar, right? Man, oh my God.
I mean, did you see San Marino even tweeted tagging United, can we play you guys next? San Marino, a country that's never won a game ever.
Bruh. And you have to look at this, right? Crystal Palace had 18 shots, right? And 10 of them were on target. That's more than half of your shots were on target, right? They had 10 shots on target. So whereas Man United, the entire squad had 7 shots on target. I mean, no, 7 shots total. Do you know how crazy that is, right? For a team that's supposed to be, starting off this new era. So I mean, with this bald manager, they say, Man United suck. Man United
to an end yet. In Klopp's final season, he and Guardiola competed for the title with an addition of Arteta. Ten Hag was there. And it's not like I'm slandering Ten Hag. It's because I'm slandering Ten Hag.
Wow, man, and yeah. So, but man, so we already said a lot of things about Man United. So their last remaining games consist of Arsenal on Sunday. Arsenal on Sunday. Then they play Newcastle. Then they play on the last day. They play Brighton. Those are the tough run of fixtures, and so especially since Newcastle, I don't think they can't make the top 4, but
they will make Europe 100%. I feel they'll make Europe.
Yeah. So I think they want to secure the Europa League spots. Yeah, so I think they are going to play exceptionally well, and but do you think Man United will finish above Chelsea? I feel that Man United are probably going to lose 1 or 2 games more. They are probably going to lose two more games. that's how I feel. And the way let's look at Chelsea's games left, those are easier run of games. So I think that Chelsea will probably finish up above United. Right then, so then I have to say that this has been a disastrous season for Man United. Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think, as in what you're saying, I don't think they'll make the European spot. If they do make it, it's Conference League. They were laughing at us. We made Europa, they make Champions League. Now they might not even.
Yeah. Well,
I really think, I think Ten Hag needs to either reevaluate his club, or United need to sack him.
Yeah, definitely. But I want to mention a team that has really been playing well. I think I mentioned on the first or the second episode, but Crystal Palace and the new manager have just been a different style of club. So the way that they run, so the way that they the way that they attack, so the way that they just play, like it is so like it's almost as if you're watching a totally different football club, right?
And with the likes of Eze Olise back, it just boosted even more.
Like Wharton, so they have all these players, right? And you also have to mention the fact, right, that they have beat Liverpool and Man United in this span of games, right? That is really.
It didn't just beat us. You can think about it. Although yes, we had a bad run of fixtures. You can't blame the fact that we were on a bad run, but they beat us at Anfield.
Bro, so they literally beat Liverpool and like Anfield. They literally spanked Man United 4-0. Man, I think that when their new manager has a full transfer window, right? I think there will be a problem next season. But I think that is if they can keep Olise as a
Yes, on the topic I want to talk about as well, I want to mention my club. I don't know if you noticed, but we did perform well. We did a small bounce back. Wasn't anything too special. We did, it was, again, I say it wasn't anything too special, but we did have players that performed well. Javier came in with a screamer of a goal. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Yeah. Man, so the way they hit it, they just bent. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. Apart from that, Salah got back in the goal draw, got back up from his goal drought. Everyone was criticizing him from a different form. I'm so happy to see him, back in the goals. Gakpo scored a goal. I'm also happy that he scored because everyone, when we started just before the dip of form happened, people were like, they were questioning Nunez, saying, questioning Gakpo, saying, we should get rid of him. Is he a player we should sell? He's proven his doubt was wrong. He's come in and he's done well, and I'm happy for him. In that same sense, speaking of players, Darwin Nunez, he recently on social media has deleted all of his posts putting to anything Liverpool related. All of his pictures and stuff. He muted all of his comments, and it's the sole reason that our fan base is low. Our online fan base is such a poor fan base. It's a terrible fan base. He wasn't as bad as he was last season, obviously. He's done his merits this season. Obviously, he didn't miss sitters. He's been quiet in the last few games. But he's scored a lot, and he's done a lot in the attack. Assists and goal-wise. We would have been better if he scored the chances he was given, but you can't complain,
Yeah.
It's
I feel like every player, they have to go through a period where it's kind of difficult. For instance, Nicholas Jackson, so he has gone through a period where it was difficult for him, but he always manages, to come, to kind of score like a few games later. Have lots of people doubted him from last season. So then I would say that the beginning of the season, so you were playing in the 8th role, so he wasn't playing a striker, but recently, so he's been playing very well and been having a lot of big time moments. But I have to say that every player, every player, they have to go through this period of not performing well, and I feel like that's when a fan base is supposed to support their player the most.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I 100% understand that, and I go behind that because I feel, if anything, as Liverpool fans, we should know about staying with the player, going behind them, because there was a season where Mane was atrocious. He did he did the same thing Nunez did. The only thing is Nunez had more chances, and if you look at it, more chances scored also means more chances missed because then he had an overall all of chances compared to Mane. But he had 4 goals that season, 4 as a winger. As and a winger that goes in and becomes a striker basically. And now Nunez is the same thing, is a striker. So, and if we got behind Mane, why can't we get behind Nunez? Is it just because of recency bias that people start gravitating towards Liverpool and becoming our so-called fans when how do I want to say it? Basically,
you want to say that they are like glory hunters.
Yeah, they just started supporting us recently because of the fact that we were doing, and now that Klopp is leaving, they feel
right. Okay, but I have to say, right, I feel as if what is so what is the word? I feel as if, right, that that because of what is happening this season, pertaining to the fact that Jurgen Klopp is leaving, that you're in the hunt for a quadruple, that you wanted him to go on the high notes, that you wanted him to you wanted to show him that so this is our manager, so he went on a high note. And I would say that it's a bit frustrating. Frustrating. Yeah, I would say there's a bit it's a bit frustrating to admit that it's not going the way you would have hoped, right? And so you have to take out your stress somewhere.
Yeah.
But it is never a good thing to take out on a player, to go and attack their family, right? To go and spam, leave my club, die. So I think that every fan base has this type of people in them. So no matter how good of a team you are, every fan base has these awful people inside of them, right? And I feel that so now that it's had enough, I think that the only way for him to kind of shut these people out, shut these people up, is go and score, go and win games. It's only 2 more games this season for Liverpool. If Arsenal win this week, Liverpool out of the title race.
I'm pretty sure we already are out of the title race.
Yeah.
because
you guys.
the points can. I don't know if we can make up for the points, but I feel in my opinion, it's still a successful season for us to go and just attack Nunez like that.
Mm.
We're like, where was it when Salah had his dip in form? They didn't attack him. Yes, they criticized him, they saying we should sell him, but they didn't go and personally attack him.
Yeah, going personally. Yeah.
I mean, they did it with Rashford and Saka when they missed in the Euros. Arsenal fans did it with. I know Arsenal fans did it with Saka a couple of seasons back when Arsenal were underperforming.
Yeah.
Now he's just getting non-stop praise and like.
Yeah.
It's the double standards that just make me upset.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, right? But speaking of teams that are not performing, right? Let's move to the absolute man. So what was this performance? Man, this was an abysmal performance from Tottenham. Man, they have literally lost their last 4 games, and they literally conceded I think 13 goals.
13 goals.
4 games. That's almost 3 games. I mean, 3 goals a game.
It's over 3 goals a game,
bro. There's over 3 goals a game. They have literally lost 4-2 to Liverpool.
3-0 to us, 3-2 to Arsenal, 2-0 to Spurs. 2-0 to Chelsea.
Chelsea. When they beat by, what was they beat by? We just started this. Yeah, Wolves beat. Yeah,
Newcastle.
Yeah. Newcastle beat them 4-1. Man, I have to say, considering where they were at the start of the season,
they won the league.
Everyone was like saying that, so this is the season that they're gonna win something, right? So this is a different breed of team. This isn't this.
Man, they won the league in October, remember?
Yeah. Man, but I have to say, right, that I will have to say that their players, they are good enough to be challenging for European places, right? They are good enough to be pushing for top 4, right? But you have to acknowledge to this fact that whether you like it or not, right? So if your manager has only a plan A and you live and you die by that plan A, right? So there is literally, man. So you have to say there's no way that you will be a successful club. You have to look at Pep Guardiola, right? So when he came to this City team, right, from 2016 up until now, right? So you have to say that he has changed the way that he has played, right? So he had different styles of play. So not different styles of play, but they can kind of see that. So he has changed the way that his team will all play, right? The same as Liverpool, right? So I am not that. Okay, so the same as Liverpool, right? So I'm not sure if they have played the exact same way forever, right?
No, we haven't. We've changed. Yeah. We changed our style of play maybe about 2 times. That's our third.
Yeah, right. And you can say that so this is just his first season, right? So let him say right. So if you as a manager, you're not able to see that in this game, okay, maybe we need to sit back a little. Maybe we need to pass out wide more, right? Maybe we need to.
In the same sense, with what you are saying, in that same in that whole agenda you're saying, bro, he's not learning from his sitting at the halfway line tactics. So yeah,
Tactics, bro.
as you say,
Yeah. So I think that Tottenham they aren't gonna make the top four. It's a 7 point gap with 3 games in hand. They could make it, but Villa have who are the remaining games? They have Crystal Palace in the last game. That's gonna be interesting watch. So they have Villa on the last day, and then they have Liverpool before that. So maybe they could lose.
Didn't they already play us? Spurs?
No.
Oh, we're talking about Villa. Yeah.
Villa. Right. So they have Liverpool. So they have Liverpool next week Monday, and then they end off. Then they end off with with Crystal Palace, right? Villa could drop points, right? Right. So they could lose both of those games, right? But they have to look at what are Tottenham's last games. I think Tottenham play Burnley, so I think that has a win, right? So they play Burnley, so then they play Man City, right? So personally I would like to think that they will win that game, but nah. So then they have Sheffield United, right? So I think that if they want to make the top four, they have to win those. No, the only way that they can make top four is if they win those last 3 games, and they hope that Villa lose their last 2. Right. That's right. So that's how I think it is. But so you have to wait and see until the end of the season, or maybe even next week. Right.
Yeah. As in that same sense, I don't think Villa are gonna lose. Maybe to us they will lose because they're not as strong as they were before. But again, we are also not as strong as we were before, so we could also draw in the game. And I think maybe is what Villa need to separate the gap even more, and that probably just calls it there.
Yeah.
I think the top 4. I think considering last season we had Newcastle, this season, in my opinion, I'm confident it'll be Aston Villa. I'm enjoying to watch. Apart from the 3 big teams, I'm enjoying to see a 4th team that's competing in Champions League.
Yeah. I feel like I feel the same. They're finally the title race. Man City go on and beat Wolves 5-1. Yeah.
Just when I was saying I don't want Haaland to win the Golden Boot, I wanted someone else. I wanted. I was thinking, since Haaland has he had 21 goals at the time, I was like, maybe Solanke can pull it, or Ollie Watkins can come. Bro goes and scores 4.
Bro. And he only scores when there's no pressure. I mean, I don't.
It do happen, but it's not.
But so okay, so I'm willing to bet, right, that he will score against Wolves, Fulham, and West Ham. But the Tottenham game, he won't score, man, because that's the type of player that he's been this season, right? That's the type of player that he's been this season, right? So yeah, man, it's crazy. Then Arsenal beat Bournemouth 3-0 to kind of not hand the title to City, right?
I want in your genuine opinion, what do you make of it? What do you make of the Arsenal's attempt at? Do you call it valiant or do you call it relentless? The sense where they're proving to be good enough, and relentless to be they know they're good enough. They should be in this position.
I would say until I would say that until we and like until we have our hands on the trophy, right? Because like right, I mean, let me because like, right now it's in City's hands. So until we have our hand on that trophy, right? Then we
Yes.
go and we beat a like team 3-0 or a 4-0 to go and show that yes, we want this trophy. So you have to say that it is valiant in at the fact that you know that this is our second time that we are in like the top four for like the past almost 8 years now, or
And
was
it's
it
back
that?
to back title races.
Yeah. And so you have to say, right? So nobody says. I mean, it's kind of like Liverpool. So when the year, so when I did, so when I the year, so when I the Jurgen Klopp
First game,
and
yeah.
Pep started right. That I like till that we win this league. I don't think so we can have that swagger like about us. So so this is what I have to say about that. Moving on to the other leagues they are in Europe. Real Madrid clinch the La Liga title with so we're at the 4-2 defeat of Barcelona. Right. It was kind of obvious that Real Madrid were gonna win this. But to kind of hand them to this tie to such a like embarrassing manner to go and lose 4-2, I like feel like so it hurts for Barca fans, right? But there's nothing you can do. Right. So congratulations to Real Madrid. But I do want to say, so why is so have you heard the news, right? That that so UEFA will not allow Girona to play in the Champions League next season because the City Group own a stake in Girona, right? So it's basically like you wait. It's basically like UEFA have rules. Yeah. Like UEFA have rules, right?
Yes.
That so one club cannot directly or indirectly own any stake in any other club competing inside the UEFA Champions League, right? Together, right? So yeah, so I'd have to say that do you think it's unfair towards the Girona fans that they won't be able to compete in the Champions League next season?
The thing is now it's tough on Girona fans. You know, their team has done exceptionally well this season. They deserve to be in the Champions League, and because of something as meager as that rule, they won't be able to see Champions League. I feel like the blame should go more on the stakeholders. I feel it's not something to be blamed. That's the thing. It's not something to be blamed. They just took shares. They bought stakes in Girona. But I feel, at the same time, if you know these rules are out there.
Yeah. So they probably weren't expecting a team that was in the second division to kind of rise up to becoming a Champions League team in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and Girona's been around for a long time. So it's almost like it was the turn in form was like spontaneous.
Yeah. But like I have to say that is kind of unfortunate. I would think the right thing to do would be to sell your shares.
Get a lawyer. Maybe
Yeah.
they probably need Saul or something to sell.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have to say that But you also have to look at it as you also have to look at this like this, right? That you can kind of say that Girona have been so successful because of the fact that they have this sixth group that's running them. So now, right? So now that they have to sell their shares or whatnot, yeah, I feel like it's just a big mess. Yeah, I feel like just a big mess. Right. But finally, no, okay, no, it's fine. Okay, right. Then I think that's all from us today. Next week we'll be discussing about the Champions League winners and who won, Europa League winners. Yeah, so subscribe, share with your friends, and don't forget to check us out on Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Yeah, right.
And also check other videos on the Power Project podcast. Don't just
yeah.
Give Captain and myself love. Give the other members as well.
Yeah. Alright. Then I think that's all from us. Then thanks for joining us. Peace.
Catch you in the next one.